Hey traders, welcome back to the FXE YouTube channel. Hope everyone is good today. Gonna be doing a daily video today, so let's get into the charts and look for some potential setups regarding the news. Nothing significant today as for DXY. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see when the market opened, the price came down quite a bit. Entered the 4-hour demand zone, reacted off of it, and is currently pushing away from it. If we look at it on the 15-minute, so you can see we had this huge drive down during Asia, reaction off the 4-hour demand. We're currently testing a 15-minute supply zone. Could come down and reverse from here, but as of right now I'm thinking it's going to continue to the upside, maybe a pullback. We do have some demand here. Maybe we could get potentially a pullback before Frankfurt open, and then maybe not even down here, but maybe somewhere in this imbalance area, and push up from there. If we look at EU, so yeah, as you can see for EU, this was the opening candle. We pushed up quite a bit, pulled back a little, but then pushed up higher, and then we created this huge doji candle, so a lot of liquidity in this area, and currently we have another doji candle in the works. If we go to the 15-minute, you can see things a little clearer here. We actually started the day off, if I remember correctly, bearish. Yeah, so we pushed down when we started the day, and then from there we pushed up, creating this flip zone here from this supply, and then after that drove up, testing the supply zones on the 15 and the 5-minute, or I believe it's 5-minute supply zones at the top of this high. So I was hoping that we could break it, but as we didn't, I'm thinking that we're gonna come down lower now. So we had a nice distribution here. I actually entered one trade at this level, came down, took me out break even, and then re-entered off a 1-minute supply. Price came down, it's testing this, it's not 5-minute, it's a 15-minute demand, reacted off of it, and now could continue to the downside, but I'm thinking maybe for Frankfurt open we may get more of a pullback and then continuation to the downside. But the main thing we want to look for is a break of this low right here. If we break that, then likelihood will come down lower is going to be quite high then. But as we still have some time before Frankfurt open, there is some price action to play out before we have a clear idea of what to expect for Frankfurt and London. But like I said, I'm thinking that we may get somewhat of a pullback, or maybe this is a pullback here, and drive down a little further to the downside. My bias for now is still bearish. As for trading ideas, my current thoughts would be to watch for pullbacks to enter shorts. So if it just comes down from here, it's going to be really difficult to get an entry. But if we come up a little higher, like say we're able to come up to this supply, then that could be a good area to look for shorts. But at the same time, it's somewhat risky because we are in a demand. If it does shoot up before Frankfurt Open, I mean, there's a chance it may just continue to the upside. I would prefer that we broke this before Frankfurt and then came back for a pullback to take shorts to the downside. But looking at, I mean, the way price is being presented right now, and actually how weak DXY was looking during Asia, potentially, I mean, DXY could continue to the downside, which would mean EU continues to the upside. So if we don't get that big push to the downside, but do come a little lower, I would look at any of these zones as they're all reactionary zones. You can see here we had a reaction creating this one off this demand. Well, actually right here off this supply, we reacted off that, creating this flip zone, which we're reacting off right now. When we broke this high, this was a reaction zone, and this area is the last point of demand for this reaction zone. And then here we have another supply zone that we reacted off of, creating this flip zone. So any of these zones, to me, could be potential areas to look for reversals if it does come down a little lower. But honestly, my guess is if it starts to gain some momentum and push to the downside, I'm looking at the 4-hour demand as an area, as a strong area for reversals. Best case scenario, at least for me right now, would be to see Frankfurt and London bring the price down to the lower demand. Like I said, preferably the 4-hour demand, and then from there look for longs. Maybe we'll get a long setup for New York, and maybe New York will push the price right back up. Well, anyways, those are my ideas, at least for now. It's a little early and premature, so anything can change from now until London. But looking at, I mean, what I've seen so far, I mean, that's the way I'm looking at the market for now. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts about the price action for this session. Do you guys think it's going to continue the upside, or we're going to have a bigger pullback to the downside, or just dump and break the lows? Let me know your thoughts. Drop a comment below. And if you found value in this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to ensure you don't miss any future videos. And I'll see you guys probably tomorrow for another daily video. Good luck trading today, guys. Peace.